There's some like hand bulk pre-roll machines where you put like 10 cones in, and then you grind up a bunch of hay and throw it in there on top, and it eventually settles in the cones.
Right.
And you sort of pack each one down. And when you light them, they burn terribly. Like the cherry falls out all the time.
Yeah.
So I was looking on your website as to your company description, and it looks like you sell machines.
Correct.
Yeah, we sell solutions, systems.
Gotcha. I am looking. The only thing I'm looking for is a pre-roll machine.
Okay, that's something that we can do. We do have a pre-roll machine.
All right. I have been looking at some for a little while, and I found two different styles that I'm interested in. One does like the cone filling pre-roll.
Yep.
And it does them in mass. It does 25 or 50 at a time, and the machine is like $600 or something like that. It was pretty cheap. The other one I found was just over like 1,500, and it is a modified cigarette rolling machine. So it actually does the roll and then stuffs that into a tube. So it's not a cone shape; it's an actual like cigarette shape, and that one interests me a little bit more. And I'm wondering if you all might have any type of machines like that.
Both basically just have like kind of a vibration platform where you put the buds on the top, and then they just basically fill all the different cones. Is that correct? So you still have to put in all the cones manually beforehand.
No, well, I think you have to load the trays.
Mhm.
Like you pull the trays in and out, and then it pre-fills those.
I see. So, I mean, we have multiple options. We do also have a completely automated machines. So that actually includes rolling the actual cone and then filling in the buds and extracting a complete pre-roll. And what else? What kind of specification? What's important for you?
So what is more important to me is the process that it's rolled in. If it's either rolled and glued inside of the roll, or if it's like a pre-filled cone, much like how they do regular cigarettes now, how it's punched through and then filled in like a needle fill. That works as long as it doesn't squish too much. But the shape of it and the how it holds together, like hand rolled, definitely is the best method. But they don't. Well, it is definitely a great method, not the best. But the shape, so that it looks like a cigarette, is definitely the most important.
Yeah.
It's the finished product. Some of those machines, they can fill cones very quickly. Some of them will even twist off the ends and just drop them out the bottom.
Yeah.
And you pick one of those things up and go in the parking lot and light it, and you'll get 2 or 3 puffs off of it, and you'll start smoking it, and then you'll go to ash, and when you tap it on something, the cherry falls off. Or you're in the old days, you'd be driving, and you'd ash and it'd fall off in your lap, or when you go to put it out, if you go to put it out, it should extinguish. Like a regular cigarette, you rub the cherry off, it goes out, and so you should be able to rub it out and it goes out.
What do you think is the main reason that causes this ashing? Like, is it that the buds are just not compressed enough, or is it the form or paper?
Oftentimes with those like the shaking to fill pre-roll machines, is it's too dry. And that has a lot to do with it. But then again, when you leave a more wet product, then it doesn't fill properly.
Yeah.
You'll get more jams. You get more clogging. So then you dry it out a little bit more, and then you get this this dried out product that smokes, and it always tastes like there's a lot of leaf in there just because of the dried product, just the consistency of the product that goes in.
Okay, so it also does have something to do with the grinding process then?
Yeah, it could. The grinding process, it would have to be ground a certain way in order to fill the cones properly. Because
Right.
if you break up some very sticky bud by hand and drop it in a cone, that'll work. It doesn't fall apart.
Right.
But then again, it needs to be more of a shredded or pulled apart type as opposed to a ground.
Okay.
Mhm. For that, we have most of the information that we need. So we'll check with our factories over here, see
All
which
right.
model works for you best, see if we maybe even have to do some customization if required. And then we'll get back to you with an offer that works for you.
Okay. Awesome.
We'll send up a follow-up email with some of the detailed questions. If you can answer, we'll be able to help you better.
All right. Sure. That'd be great.
Thanks a
Awesome.
lot.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate talking with y'all, and y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.